Hi, babe.
Welcome back, everybody. Hi, babe. Welcome back. I'm Isabel.
I'm Tamera.
And together, this is the Mutual Minds podcast.
Slay.
Let's start with our peak in our pits.
Yes.
You want to go first?
Ooh, okay.
What is your peak in your pit of this week or within the last week or two?
My peak, I think, is probably part of this video. So let me try to think of something else. We're going to get into that later, but we went to the pumpkin patch yesterday, and how could that not be my peak?
Yeah.
But another peak, I think, is, I don't know, just getting through my work week because I'm still adjusting to my job. I think you're still adjusting to yours. But things are kind of clicking. I'm still like in training, but it feels good just to be doing something and learning something new.
Mm-hmm.
My pit is that the eclipse happened yesterday, and for some reason I told myself it was at night, and I was waiting all day for this to happen. And like I moved things around our day, like our schedule, to make time to watch it. And
could you imagine? We were gonna get tickets to watch it that night. Could you imagine how stupid we would have looked? Just like waiting and staring at the sky, and everyone's like, "Sis, that happened 7 hours ago."
Yeah, and it's so funny because we were sitting here and like this like gray light was coming into our apartment, and I was like, that is so weird.
It was so cool. It was giving like sepia.
And we were like, oh, I wonder if that's because the eclipse is tonight. Meanwhile, that was the eclipse happening. Oh my gosh. So that's my pit. I just clearly don't understand science.
No, because there's been so many times we've like tried to watch the sunrise and we cannot understand like where the sun is supposed to be, and oh my god, we're just horrible at that stuff. I would say my peak is a little bit to do with this video as well, and we'll get into that later. And my pit, I would say, is I got hurt at work. And if you guys see this is literally honey. I'm trying to use like natural remedies to heal this, but it's like very messy and kind of gross looking. But I got hurt because my arm got stuck in between two boxes, and it's just not good, and I think it might be infected, which sucks. So I'm gonna have to wait for that. Today we wanted to talk about all things fall. I never thought that fall would be my favorite season, but I honestly am starting to feel like it is.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I am trying to remember, and I'm pretty sure when we first started dating, though, I feel like you told me your favorite.
I feel like I said spring. I really like spring because I didn't ever have to deal with allergies or anything. And now I do have allergies, so now I don't like spring.
See, I always hated spring because specifically of my allergies, but I think also when we lived in New York, it just rained the entire season.
Yeah, I guess I never realized that.
And I like rain, but like I could handle rain even like
once
or twice a week. Well, in New York,
it's like consecutively for like months.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say like I like rain to the point where like I wouldn't mind it being rainy, even maybe like 3 days out of 7 days of the week. Like that's fine with me. But like every single day for like months on end is just not the vibe for me. Fall is really just the best season. And I used to be like, it's so weird how much you change as you grow up. And like I feel like there's at a certain point, there's like times where you're like, I thought this is something that I love to do, or I thought was my favorite color or whatever. But like as you grow up, you start to like change without realizing it. And I think like as a kid, I was like, summer is like unmatched. I love summer.
Yeah.
And then this summer, I was like,
well, summer's so fun when like you don't have responsibilities, you like are out of school, so you literally have like 3 months to do whatever you want, just hang out with friends and like go on vacation. But once you have responsibilities and you have rent to pay, it's like a whole different world.
Yeah, and like water parks and stuff, like that's just very different as an adult. I love a water park, like I'll still have fun at a water park, but like it's not as fun as it was when I was a kid.
No.
So that was a weird thing kind of growing up. I was like, I thought summer was my favorite. Like, what is happening? But now I would say it's fall for sure.
And I also think that, for most of you guys know, we moved to Austin recently, like 4 or 5 months ago. and the heat was absolutely insane. We moved at the end of April, so we were going right into like summer, and summer here is like ridiculous. Like it is so bad. But now that it's been fall, it is like such a game changer for us. I feel like our mood about the city has changed so much because of fall, because the summer was just unbearable, and it sucked because like as soon as we moved here it was too hot for us to explore anything, so we felt so like detached from the city for so long because we couldn't really like do anything. And now it feels amazing. Like today we went grocery shopping, it was 50 degrees with a nice wind, and it's like not too cold, it's like so perfect, and it's just been amazing now that fall is here.
Yeah, because I think you showed me a video on TikTok of this girl saying that like living in Texas, like people don't realize, but the summer is for a lot of people like a seasonal depression.
Yeah,
and I didn't like,
which is weird,
think that was possible because it's so sunny. Like grass was brown because it was so hot here.
The lakes were dried up.
Lakes
like,
were completely dried up.
It was a little depressing. But it's crazy because like in New York, like as soon as it's summer, everyone's like, oh my God, thank God. Because like the spring rain is done, the winter's done. But like here, the heat is just so brutal that it's just like you can't.
You're forced to stay inside.
Yeah, it's awful. Even at night, like it doesn't cool down. It's still like 90 degrees at 10 o'clock at night. So this has been amazing.
And I think like I was so confused because I was like, I kind of felt depressed this summer, and like I just didn't care about anything. I didn't care about like social media anymore. I didn't feel motivated to create videos with Isabel anymore. Like I just felt so not myself this whole summer, and
It sucks because you just made like a huge move and stuff.
Yeah, but I would tell myself that like even though I am like sad and I should go outside, I was like, it's so hot, I don't want to go outside. But it's crazy how just the season changing, we've been outside so much more already, and my mood is like, wow, like I feel like myself again.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the quote is from Euphoria where she's like, oh, I'm getting my personality back.
No, it's literally, it has actually been a game changer for us. And I think with our jobs, our schedules fit so perfectly. So now that we do have weekends off together, it feels so good to like go out and know that it's like no more than like 70 degrees. Which is like perfect because it's not too cold and it's not too hot. Like 70s is like my favorite temperature. Yeah.
And we're still getting like randomly there'll be like an 80-degree day, and like that's like
it's fine
because like that's not as hot as it was in the summer, and it also is like, wow, we're getting 80-degree days in October. Like this is the reason we moved here. A lot of it was because we wanted better weather.
Yeah.
So like even though the summer was rough, it is so nice. I'm not taking for granted any of like the 80-degree days that we're getting in October. Like that's so cool.
Do you feel like you are slowly getting out of a depression now? Or do you feel like it's still like lingering? Or do you feel like the weather is actually helping you now?
No, I feel like I've completely changed. I feel like I was such like I don't even know. I think it was almost like my depression was in disguise because it was so sunny out, and like our apartment gets amazing light, and so I was like, there's literally no reason for me to be sad. Like I love where I live. Like I love this apartment.
You got a job.
I have my dream girlfriend. Like literally everything is so fine, but I couldn't pinpoint what was wrong. And so then we started spiraling. We were like, well, maybe it's because we chose the wrong place, and maybe we need to move back to New York City.
No,
or like whatever.
We just cut that shit out real quick.
I think we just needed to go through. I think that's normal anyway, to like move away from some place and then just be like,
you think you made the wrong decision.
Was this what I was supposed to be doing, whatever. But I think a lot of it had to do with the weather here, though. The
weather, the car, finances. There was a lot of like heavy stuff that I feel like we haven't really experienced until now in our relationship. I feel like for some reason everything has always worked out for us in every possible way. Like there were so many moments in New York where I'm like, how are we surviving? How is our fridge stocked? How like, and everything always worked out. It was like we'd be on our last dollar, we'd get a brand deal, and everything would be perfect, and like it would just keep happening. And like this was the first time where it felt like
The universe was
I
working
might be on the
against us.
street. Like, it was really scary.
No, for like two little young ladies who just wanted to live in New York City for fun, none of those things should have been, like, the universe was
We were
completely
part-time.
working with us there. Like,
Every day.
every day was a question, and the universe was just like, oh no, you're good. Like, you're so good.
It's insane.
And I think that also we got in our heads a little bit about, because then we moved here and we were like, okay, well, everything's definitely going to be perfect here because it was in New York, but universe was not on our side when we moved here.
Absolutely not. But it's slowly coming back, thank God.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
That's
feel
good.
like now we've been spending more time outside. I feel like because of that seasonal depression too, I feel like we really were struggling with each other. I feel like we were like bickering a lot, like about everything. And it was too hot to go outside to like take a walk and debrief or do something else than like sitting in here. But now I feel like we told you guys, we went on a pumpkin patch trip yesterday, and I feel like that was the first time in a while where I felt so connected with you and just connected with life in general.
Yeah. Because we've tried, like, since the seasons have changed a little bit, we've been trying to, like, get back together a little bit, because this summer we were just so, like, not fighting, but just, like, so not on the same page, so we just, like, kind of were just going through the motions with each other.
There was just a lot at stake and just a lot of stress.
The car was a lot of stress for us.
Family members coming to visit. Your family came to visit. We went to Dallas. My mom came. Like, that was all, like, 1 month after another. And we're still moving. We're still trying to, like, get stuff for our apartment, like, and getting jobs and starting jobs. Like, there's just been so much change over and over and over again that I just feel like we both kind of just like snapped at each other. Not because either of us did anything, but it was just like a lot to process.
Yeah.
And it was like your family would come and like we'd need like some time to debrief, but then we'd be going to Dallas and then we would come back and then like clean the house, and then my mom would be here, and then we're starting jobs, doing interviews. Yeah. It's just like a lot.
No, when you think about it, like, I think because there were more days than not of us doing like nothing, it felt like the days were going so slow and we weren't doing anything, but like a lot of like big things were happening. So even if it was spread out, when you like piece that all together and look at the last 5 months in a whole, it's like, wow, we did a lot was thrown at us, and we did a lot. Like, we moved here literally in the same month we moved here. I went back to New York City. My family visited me.
Forgot about that.
Or my family wanted to visit New York while I still lived there, but they came in like the month that we were moving, and so I went back, and then I was getting the apartment, made sure like the keys were back and everything was fine for like the security deposit. We came back, and then it was just like the car went wrong, and then just like trying to figure out jobs, trying to figure out everything. It's been a lot, but
it's been a journey.
I will say that finally I do think things are coming together.
Yeah.
We both have jobs.
I feel like we both have a different appreciation of life as well. It's so crazy like how like a season can come and you just change that much. But I feel like I come home now and I'm just like, even like when I come home from a bad day at work, I just like pull up to our apartment and I just like tell myself like, this is my home and I'm so thankful for this. And I just like have a different like appreciation of life.
Yeah, because like I think what confused me too is like when we lived in New York, we were so grateful for literally everything. Like, we would walk outside and be like, wow, I'm so grateful to be outside with you. And then we'd sit in a park and we're like, I'm so grateful for the grass. Yeah. And like, we had so much gratitude just for every little thing in life. And then I feel like when we came here, like,
I feel like that never left.
No, but like I didn't feel it as much or say it as often. Like we would genuinely say like, I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for you. Like every 5 seconds. Yeah. And then here, I feel like I have more in a way, because like my apartment I have more space and like it feels inspiring in here. So I was like, why do I not feel the same level of gratitude? But I really do think that like not getting outside enough affects your mental health, and
because every day is just the same. And we were just doing social media, so literally we were trying to save money by staying home but like we were living the same day over and over and over again. So it's hard to feel gratitude when you're just sitting on the couch every day.
But like it's so weird because now that the season has changed, even though we still are homebodies, like I'm already suddenly just like, wow, babe, I'm so in love with you. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful.
But that's
for this
also why
house.
I'm so happy we chose Austin, because this is literally going to be the weather until next spring.
Yes, and I was just gonna say like, living in like Nebraska where I'm from or New York where you're from, like I think we both experienced like you kind of stay inside for some chunk of the year, like whether it's winter or summer. One of them you're kind of stuck in the house. But I think it's harder to recognize like summertime as being like a state of depression, but I didn't know that until we came here.
No, I know.
But when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I would so much rather it be sunny and light still coming into my apartment, kind of depression, than what we were experiencing.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, that's good because like, yes, it was a really rough summer, but our winter is going to be a lot more mild than what it's been.
And I think like sunlight in our apartment is such an important thing for us.
Helps so
we both
much.
Struggle with our mental health, and I think like me personally, like winters in New York were so hard because most people in Manhattan don't have light anyway because there's so many skyscrapers that are blocking the sun. So then you literally are sitting in the dark all the time, and it just feels so like awful, especially when it's too cold to go outside, so you're stuck inside, but you're like in a dungeon. Like even when it was super hot, like just knowing that the sun is going to be blaring into our apartment helped me so much. And we have a balcony now, which is really nice.
Yeah, no, even like in the summer, like it was like I felt so sad, but I couldn't, it wasn't anything compared to what I felt in New York sad.
Yeah, no.
Like it was so mild, and I think that made it harder because I was
weird.
like, what is happening? Because like I didn't feel depressed like how I usually do. But yeah, I think the sunlight is such a nice touch, and I'm so grateful that we get to wake up and have sun. Like it sounds so simple and small, but like when you're deprived of those things for such a long time, like living in New York, or maybe you have like an apartment that doesn't get a lot of light, like it just, you're so much more appreciative of like just natural things like sunlight and like having a little plant in your house. Like those things bring so much joy to you when you haven't had those. I also want to say too, like I feel like in a weird way I take better care of myself in the fall, and that's something I never like fully recognized as I didn't like think about it too much. But I realized like this summer it's like so hot that like we go outside for 5 minutes and it was like, okay, I need to like just take a shower and like go to bed and like just debrief from the heat. And you can like go to the pool and stuff, but like even that sometimes it's so hot that you don't really feel
you get
good,
out and like your feet are burning and it's just like, it's like too hot to even tan. It's just like, okay, well I might as well just go inside.
I don't know, and I feel like we are, again, homebodies. Like we don't really do a ton of crazy things all the time, but like I do feel like for a lot of people, if you do drink at all, like I feel like summer becomes like an era of like drinking, because like it's so hot to be outside that like everything you do is either at night when it's cooler or inside at like a bar or type thing. I feel like that's just like something that
especially
happens,
here,
especially in Texas. Not that we are like that, and I know not everybody is, but I do feel like summer is like such like an easy lead way into drinking, and that never really makes anyone feel too good about themselves, at least not the day after. But I noticed like already like the seasons have changed, and I'm like, oh my God, I just want to start baking and like cooking things at home.
Candles.
Yeah, we got our little fall candles
I'm
out.
so excited to like be able to decorate our balcony and sit out there and have dinners out there.
Yeah,
on like a little table.
We haven't gotten any new furniture lately. Like there's no updates besides my desk.
But I mean, that's normal. We've only been here for like 5 months. I feel like sometimes it takes people like a year.
No, yeah. But now that it is fall, it would be so nice to sit on the balcony. Or like when we were at the pumpkin patch yesterday, I was like, Oh, it'd be so cute to get some pumpkins, like put them on the
Yeah.
balcony. But I was like, I'm gonna be sitting on the ground with them. It's not gonna look like
Yeah,
decoration.
I know. And I don't know what you do with them after.
Oh, you just throw them out. It's
Yeah.
But it's just cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do feel like I take better care of myself because like
Mhm.
I just like feel so cozy and like I want to. I mean, I always want to stay home, but like I want to stay home and like watch something and like learn things and watch like documentaries and
Mhm.
like cook things and like we've been like meal
Yeah,
prepping.
we've been so cozy and just watching movies, watching Gilmore Girls.
You
and
know.
it's been a really nice transition, and I feel like we feel really happy now.
Yeah, we went grocery shopping today and I
Yeah.
got like 4 boxes of different teas.
Yes.
And like little things like that just bring me so much joy. Like it's so crazy. Like you know like that trend that's like oh she's so hard to please and then people will like show things that bring them joy and it's
Yeah.
like really simple things. That is literally so me. Like I feel like
It is you.
if you brought me home a box of tea, I would probably start crying.
Or even like a Celsius.
And,
like
like,
it just doesn't really take much to make you
Those
happy.
are like $1. Like
Yeah.
but I don't like just the thought.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
No, I think
but-
that's special. What do you think are like cute fall date activities to do? If you are out there and you have a significant other and you've been dying to like go on a date or take them on a date, like where would you want to go?
I mean, obviously we said the pumpkin patch.
That was really fun. We
so
went to
fun.
Georgetown, Sweet Eats Fruit Farm.
Yeah.
It was actually really insane. It was kind of expensive, but I will say they had so many activities. They had like a whole spot of like picturesque like pumpkin spots for you to like take Instagram photos, and they had like multiple different parts, which I thought was really cool. And they had like 30 plus activities.
Yeah.
It was big.
so fun. And like they had little petting zoo. We got to like feed the animals.
Petting zoo, they had the popcorn, they had a little shop that had ice cream and pastries.
Yeah, there was like a whole friggin' bakery.
I would highly recommend if you are in Texas. It was actually a really fun time.
Yeah. Number 2, though, Isabel hates this, but I think haunted houses are such a cute date thing because like you're cozy and it's like cold at night.
We've done that before, and
And
that
it
was a hot
fun.
mess for me. Oh my god,
Like,
I was like
it's-
shoving people I don't know.
That's what makes it fun. I feel like haunted houses are such a good place to meet friends because
Yes.
you're like
I was
holding
literally
on.
pushing people I didn't know, like out of the way so that I could get out.
I know, but it's not real, babe. But I just think it's fun because you are both scared and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
protect me. Is she gonna hold me and like protect me?
No,
for
I'm
the
not gonna
haunted
hold
house?
you. You're gonna be holding me. That's the real
No, that's
reality.
very true. I will be holding you, but it's okay. That's still romantic. It's so fun, and like
Yeah,
you can
that
get
is fun.
your little funnel cake at the end of the night and like drink apple cider. It's just so cute.
Yeah.
Fall's so cute.
Pumpkin picking, apple picking.
Oh
Are
yeah.
apples in
I've
fall?
never been apple picking. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, apple picking I think is really cute.
I feel
What
like
else
people
is
go
there?
to like. Do people go to wineries in the fall?
I was gonna say wine tastings. I feel like is very fall,
Yeah.
like out
'Cause,
in the
like,
country.
I know people do it in the summer, but I feel like the fall is a good time
I feel
too.
like the summer's too hot for
Yeah.
that because some of them are outside.
And a lot of them are like, and a lot of wineries are like in the mountains, and it's like
Yeah.
probably so pretty in the fall with like the orange trees and
Yeah.
stuff. Although in Texas the leaves don't turn until like mid-November, I saw. So
I feel like this is expensive, but I feel like a road trip to like Portland, Vermont,
Yes.
Maine, like anything on the East Coast. But I really want to go to Portland in the
Yeah.
fall one day.
No, I
think that'd be
didn't
really
write
cute.
that down, but I was thinking because like even me like since it got like a little bit chillier out, I've like been craving a road trip or like just going and exploring
Or just like a quick
somewhere.
trip.
Yeah, I've been really wanting to go to like Colorado for some reason.
Colorado too,
But
yeah.
for some reason, it's really gorgeous there. But or Portland, like just something for like a
Really
weekend and like somewhere that's folly.
Spontaneous. We went to Vermont before in the fall. We only stayed for a day, but it was really beautiful when we went.
So pretty.
When we did like a mini road trip, it was like an hour, 2 hours.
It was it was very close.
So
to
cute.
New York.
Obviously Salem.
Yeah, we've been there too.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
Hocus Pocus vibes.
I would love to go back to Salem. But...
Yeah. No, there's so many different things that you could do. I also think like I really enjoy like canvas painting. We did that one time, I think for Christmas or something, and I actually had so much fun just like focusing on
go to like
that.
a park and like bring some paint and canvases and like paint together.
I think that's really romantic.
That's
and
really cute.
Yeah.
And getting donuts, I feel like is such a fall thing.
Yes.
Isabel's not big on donuts, but we the other
I'm not.
day spent like our Sunday going to going to get donuts, and
Yeah, that was fun.
I don't know, for me it's fun. We got donuts today too when we went grocery shopping.
Yeah, I got two.
There's so many fun things. I think just simply being outside with someone you love like sparks like just this like romance together.
And
I
you
feel
really
like,
don't have to overthink it. Like I think a lot of people overthink these things, but there's so many things you can do that are honestly free. Like I think pumpkin patches now, since it's so like Instagrammable, like they're very expensive now, I think, but there's so many things that you could do, or you can even just like take a drive to a random field and just do the canvases. Like a canvas is like $10 at Target.
No, I've been trying to think more into like things. Whenever you are this is like a tip just for anybody. Whenever you're feeling sad or like confused about life, this doesn't really help if you don't post on social media, but even on my personal account, I have like no followers on there, but I just like to post things on my stories. But go back onto your archive and go onto your Instagram.
Go on your archive?
Yeah, going on your Instagram archive and like looking at past memories and like things you like to do, like that has been helping me so much, because sometimes I'm like, I feel like I don't like anything right now. Like I feel like
You literally go on our Instagram highlights to figure out what we eat for dinner, because I can't remember what we eat for dinner, and then I look at the highlights and it's the same 3 things over and over again. But I'm like, oh okay, like that's what I eat. But like the same thing for like activities.
Yeah, because when I look at stuff we did in New York, because the past few months obviously we've been in a crisis about whether we made the right decision or not, but when I look at things that we did in New York, it was all just going to the park or going to some park.
I think we just overcomplicate
Yeah,
things.
and so I'm like, I don't know how, but we haven't even been to Zilker Park yet, and that's like the biggest thing in
And we didn't go
Austin.
to ACL. That would have been the perfect time to like see.
I know, I bet the grass is like shredded
I know.
after the 2 weekends, but anyways, I feel like that will eventually probably be something that we do this fall. Just going to sit in a park is so healing, and you just, I don't know, we just like talk or we just do our own things, and it's just romantic to be together.
It is. I love you.
I love you too.
Anything else you want to say, or that's it?
I don't know. I guess that was kind of it. We just wanted to like have a little episode about fall and like dedicating this
the
to
best
fall.
season in the world.
It is.
Yeah.
Ooh, we should watch a scary movie tonight or something.
Okay, maybe. I have to be able to sleep. I have work tomorrow. But yes,
Babe,
maybe.
you sleep like a rock.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to follow us on all of our socials. Isabel and Tamera, mutualmindspod, literally on everything. There will be new episodes every Wednesday, and we'll see you guys next week.